Hi Rolo, when does it make the most sense to let a girl know that marriage in the formal sense is off the table for you, and how would you go about it? Thanks always. I would never make a formal declaration of it. It's, again, demonstrate, do not explicate. If you're not marriage minded, um, I would, first of all, what I would do is this. Okay, do you want ethical game, or do you want me to just tell you how to do it? Okay, ethical game would be like, you're dating a lot of people. Okay, now this is the Rollo Tomassi school of spinning plates here. Spinning plates is not like, don't get hung up on the euphemism of spinning plates. It's non-exclusivity is what it is. It's, you're dating non-exclusively. You're dating the same way that women would, right? You're basically exploring your options, and I think men should do this. Okay, you should not be exclusive with anyone, and you should have a lot of irons in the fire. Okay, now if one of those irons seems to outshine the rest of them, then by all means, go with what seems the most natural. If you're not into a long-term relationship, if you're not into a marriage, I would say at some point along the way, you will determine that she is and you aren't. If you ever get to that point, the ethical thing to do is to say, look, say, hey, I'm not, maybe time, since you asked me about time frame, the ethical thing to do is once you figure out like she's dating with intent and you aren't, then put it on the table and say, I'm not down with this. I'm going to date other people. Maybe you are still seeing other people. This is why I keep saying, you need to date non-exclusively. You need to have a lot of plates spinning, irons in the fire, however you want, whatever euphemism you want to use. But what I would suggest, I mean, from a practical, pragmatic point of view, in this case, the pragmatic position is also the ethical position, which is you may as well say, look, this is not what I'm about, and be pragmatic about the whole thing, and just say, hey, it's all above board. I'm going to see other people, but I like seeing you too. And I'm not saying that in the future things might not change, but that's where I'm at right now. I don't think a lot of people really and also things to watch out for. Once you have that conversation, it's usually what I call the talk. Like, women will find some way to institute the talk. The talk is always, where is this going? Are we official yet?
What are we?
What are we? What am I to you? Like, there's, by the way, if you're the guy and you're saying that, it's over. Just eject now. If that even occurs to you. And no, I should ask her where we're at. Are we official? If you're a dude and you're asking that, it's over. Here's your answer. Eject. Next. Okay. But when a woman does that, it's called the talk. The talk is she's getting to the point where her investment in you is starting to not be worth the rewards. Okay. You got to remember, it's cost to reward, cost to benefit analysis is what that is. The talk only comes from a cost to benefit analysis. And I know that, that sounds so inhuman. He's talking about sexual marketplaces and value and people and everything. Like, yeah, I am. And women will be the most relentless, most brutally mercenary when it comes to stuff like this. They say it won't be you that brings it up; it'll be her, because she's the one who says, you know what, I don't know where this is going, and I'm still good looking, and if this guy's not in it for the long haul, then I need to, resuscitate what I have left and see if I can find a better option than this guy. That's where it comes from. Women stick with guys because they think that they have potential. But if that guy who has potential is not marriage minded, is not baby minded, is not future minded, at least with her anyways, that's when women's sexual capital investment versus sticking it out with a guy who has potential starts to, the math doesn't add up anymore. So what's Rollo talking about? Well, between the ages of 18 and 28, that's women's party years, right? That's when they're in their peak. Peak's right about 23, right? Would you like me to show you the thing again? Here, this is it. There you go. If you look at the pink bell curve right there, right about the middle, that's the peak span, right? Okay, 23 years old. Once she's on the downside of that and it falls off at about 30, which, by the way, is the average age of first marriage, at some point along that decline right there, that's when you're going to get the talk, because she has to still be able to recover some of that market value as she's on the decline. Men, on the other hand, are on their ascendancy if they are maximizing their potential. I didn't say all guys do. I'm just saying if the guy is on track to being a high value man, odds are it's probably going to be by the time he gets to be 34, 36, 37 years old. Right? So during that span right there, from the drop for women to the inclination, the incline for men, that's when you're going to get the talk, because women want to be able to still hang on to enough of that sexual agency so they can get with a guy who she can be 30, 35, 40 years old, have babies with, and go off into perpetuity. Okay, that's when you get shit like that. Okay, let's see. Oh, let me take that off. There we go. Hi, Rolla. When does it make the most sense to let? Okay, so I already got to you. The time to make the most sense is when you're getting the talk, and up until that point, it's better to play the game and play it well, and then let her figure out that you're not that. Never was it's a iron rule of Tomasi. I want to say it's number 8. It's either 8 or 9. No, it's 8. Never tell a girl why she shouldn't fuck you. Always let her find out for herself, right? Never do it for her. Basically, don't shoot yourself in the foot. And this is a version of that. Once you start talking about once you reveal the red pill, right? Once you never give a woman an occasion to, like, never do it for her, right? Let a woman figure out why she won't fuck you. Don't do it for her. I mean, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Just go with it until such time as she says, okay, we're going to have the talk. And that's the most beneficial time.